PDCD, PDCA is a drainage, or open drainage is a patient continuum fever is become from acute liver abscess become clinical is abscess for a long time. Patient for a long time treatment, half of a year, of 1 year, can notice care. Usually we do hepatitis. Yeah. Okay, we into the primary liver carcinoma. So today, this morning, we must is a lecture is very important is disease. So primary liver carcinoma is a disease I went to talk. So first we understand is a bit morphology. Usually in the world, I think is liver carcinoma, particularly hepatocellular carcinoma, about is 1 million 1 year. The incident is very high, particularly in Asia, in China. So in China, usually 14% of hepatocellular carcinoma located in China, so high. China has its largest HBV infection population in the world. Over 90 million HBV carried and 8 million end-stage liver disease patients, lead to the larger number of hepatocellular carcinoma. So liver cancer rank second cause of carcinoma mortality in China. Yeah. Why in China? Why in the world is hepatocellular is a carcinoma high? I think it's cause of liver carcinoma including virus infection, including hepatitis B and hepatitis C is very common. The third common is I think aflatoxin. Yeah. 3 is common very important cause. And liver cirrhosis for alcohol for a long time. Alcohol is a liver cirrhosis. Another is cause I think spiro and anisole. Yeah. If a patient suffering is hepatocellular carcinoma, is a pathology in its manifestation. So here show us a histological type of liver carcinoma can be derived with from is a hepatocellular carcinoma and cholangiocarcinoma is a hepatocholangiocarcinoma and fibrolaminar carcinoma. Is a 4 is a type. But here usually hepatocellular carcinoma is common. Is a common. This is carcinoma usually a young patient as a later. This is common. According to the tumor sign, hepatocellular carcinoma can be divided into it's a micro hepatocellular carcinoma, small hepatocellular carcinoma, and a large hepatocellular carcinoma and huge hepatocellular carcinoma. So this is here picture show us is small, large, or huge. It's a carcinoma. It's a different. Depends tumor size. Yeah. So, if a hepatocellular carcinoma, the patient usually any symptom and signs is very important. So I think the early stage is liver carcinoma usually no symptom. So a lot of patient is very good. It's general condition good. It's any symptom. So usually advanced stage hepatocellular carcinoma, the patient usually abdomen pain and abdomen distension, nausea, vomit. The like this you see is a abdomen distension, ascites, liver cirrhosis. So the patient general condition is poor. Yeah. Weight loss. A lot of patient is a fever. It's a severe, it's a patient usually upper GI bleeding. It's a portal hypertension, upper GI bleeding. And hepatomegaly, the advanced stage, patient usually jaundice, ascites, is a sign of liver cirrhosis. It's again, usually it's a metastasis. It's for example, it's a lung metastasis or bone metastasis. This stage maybe is a very, very advanced stage.
Professor, we don't have pruritus.
Pruritus, pardon?
Pruritus.
Oh. Oh, okay, sorry. It's if advanced jaundice, pruritus. Yes, it's very, very advanced. Here shows is hepatocellular carcinoma is a complication. It's very common. So, do you know, like the patient usually liver cirrhosis. So, interbreeding, sometimes shows fine. So, as a liver failure, just you say is if a liver failure, jaundice surface. It's very common. So like jaundice, yeah, and shook. If upper GI bleeding, maybe becomes shook. And the lung is bone, the metastasis. Last is die, is multiple organ failure. Yeah. Here show us is HCC is TMM the stage is a system. This is a very common the histological gland system. Here show us is how to divide it is a team 1, 2, 3. Is a different TMM stage. Is a dependent tumor is a small or large different. So this is a TMM stage is a benefit for clinical treatment. It's a clinical treatment. Here show us is a stage 1, 2, 3, 4. Different is a stage is a tumor. Here show stage 1 is a less 2 centimeter tumor. Is only long. Is only symptom, no vascular invasion. So I think stage 1 is only HCC. If stage 2, usually more than 2 centimeter tumor, is no vascular invasion. So is a hepatocellular carcinoma with or without vascular invasion very important. If we find is a vascular invasion, maybe post-operation is recurrent high. This is very important. Yeah. In stage 3 and stage 4, so it means here stage 3 is a tumor, more than centimeter tumor. Here, show us is vascular invasion. If stage 4 is means except is vascular invasion is a major vessel and multiple symptoms. Maybe it's right and left liver cell carcinoma is multiple. So I think it's stage 1, 2, 3, 4. It's different. We depend stage is 1 or 4. We decided is operation, resection, or chemotherapy different. So now we take a break. Continue for lecture. Hepatocellular carcinoma is diagnosis is very important. We usually depend is alpha protein. Is if alpha protein is more than 400 UT letter, I think it means maybe is a patient hepatocellular carcinoma is no problem. So it's a positive rate about 70% is high. Another is a diagnosis is ultrasonography. If tumor about 2 centimeter, we do ultrasonography sensitivity about 44%. It's a second diagnosis. It's a third diagnosis is the CT scan. The CT scan I think is about 1 centimeter is small hepatocellular carcinoma. Is a CT scan sensitivity about 90%. So here is means is a small hepatocellular carcinoma. The CT diagnosis is more than ultrasound. So sometimes we ultrasound without find any lesion, we again do a CT scan. It's for if ultrasound and CT scan haven't find any lesion, but AFP high, we do angiography. Angiography sometimes usually 0.5 centimeter is find a tumor about 90% sensitively. Particularly is angiography we find the tumor any invasion. So that's very useful for very small hepatocellular carcinoma diagnosis. Last is diagnosis is MRI. I think is similar CT, similar angiography. Last, sometimes we do above is diagnosis. Cannot is diagnosis malignancy or benign. So we do biopsy. So guide is ultrasound with biopsy pathology. Is adenoma or hepatocellular carcinoma.
Sir, what about CA125? CA, the first one, the tumor marker, AFP. Is there any other tumor marker like CA125 or CEA that we can also check?
Yeah, tumor marker usually I think is sensitive is here is good.
And any other is also there like CA125?
The 125 not good. Usually another tumor, for example, is a pancreatic carcinoma, is a biliary carcinoma. Is a tumor marker is CA199, CA125, CEA is good. But the hepatocellular carcinoma, I think this is sensitive. Do you know? Okay. Here show us ultrasonography is liver cancer. So we think it's ultrasound is a liver cancer doctor. It's a stethoscope. So I think it's a biliary pancreatic disease is a doctor, the surgeon. I think we must can do ultrasound. It's very important. Sensitive about 44 is so if we observe the tumor located site and its relationship intrahepatic channel adjoining organ and other pathway, so I think it's ultrasonography except its diagnosis liver tumor and adjoining is organ. Is surrounding the organ, any metastasis or biliary and pathway and thrombosis is ultrasound is very useful. Here show us is ultrasonography is hepatocellular carcinoma. Is here is a tumor here and very clear is a tumor. So I think the ultrasound. I think it's very easy to do it. So we for surgeon, I think is ultrasound is very important. It's very easy to do it. Here show is a CT. CT scan usually no invasion, and is a small. The tumor can we find it. The positive rate high, so very common. So usually is a middle hepatic or large hepatic, usually very common. Is a CT scan is a diagnosis liver is a carcinoma. Here is show us is CT scan a huge right hepatic carcinoma. See the left is a right is a tumor here. This is pre-contrast phase. This is arterial phase. Here show us is clear. Here is a blood flow here. Then the pathway phase here. So the CT scan different phase, the different picture. The MRI is no invasion. So it's a patient usually is a receive health examination. Is very good. It's better for differentiation diagnosis. Particularly patient before to do CT scan, so is a diagnosis is difficult. Sometimes we usually do MRI. Yeah. So the different patient we choice. Here show us is a very large is a tumor. So that tumor is an inferior vena cava is complete by huge tumor. Is IVC here. IVC here. Complete is a biologic tumor. This is a picture show us is DSA is angiography. The angiography we show us here tumor. The tumor is the reach is blood flow. Here show us blood flow. So angiography is a DSA. I think compare on MR and CT. Sometimes I think better, particularly small hepatocellular carcinoma. Liver biopsy sometimes I think very, very useful. It's a guiding criteria. Guiding criteria. So you here sure it's a tumor. Is a 5 needle. Ultrasound guide is a biopsy pathology. Is a guide criteria. So, but I think to do easy. But some patient, if a liver cirrhosis, maybe puncture by biopsy is after is bleeding. So if we do it, usually after we monitor blood flow, blood pressure is very important. If after to do it is blood pressure look down, you must consideration maybe abdomen cavity is bleeding. So sometimes I'm be careful. Yeah. How to differentiate diagnosis, I think very important. Sometimes I think very difficult. Is it tumor or liver cirrhosis? Do you know usually liver cirrhosis is ultrasound. We found a lot of nodule. This nodule is benign or malignant. How to differentiate? Sometimes difficult. So we usually depend HBV is a high or low. Alpha-fluoroprotein is a high or low. And liver function is poor or normal. So different. So I think is HCC diagnosis, differential diagnosis, sometimes depend on surgeon experience. Here show us is liver cirrhosis. And the second hepatocellular carcinoma. For example, is a colon carcinoma, liver metastasis, usually alpha-fluoroprotein is negative. Yeah. And the liver abscess, hepatosarcoma, and hepatolocal nodule is hypoplasia, just the IC, F, and H. So the differential diagnosis is here. We must detail understand it's a different disease, different health, different monitor is different. Okay.
So